This is such a hot topic and such a confusing topic, so I'm so glad we're going to talk about this today.
And Me too. See words like natural and organic, and oftentimes they're more expensive, but are they better?
Not necessarily, because the main thing to know is organic doesn't really mean anything when it comes to skincare. It does with food. The USDA regulates it, but the FDA isn't so strict or doesn't really manage organic labeling on beauty products. So these are from a great store, Walgreens, and so you have an organic mascara and organic skincare. You'll notice this product has 80% organic, that has 100% organic.
Okay.
So you can have a sunscreen that's made of minerals, essentially. Minerals, by definition, don't have carbon, so they're inorganic. But you can add a little aloe vera in there that's organic, and now you have an organic sunscreen. So it's a little tricky. What organic should mean in a skincare product is that there's no harsh chemicals, no sulfates, parabens, we'll get into all of that in a minute, and that it was grown on soil that did not have harsh chemicals in it.
Okay. And typically the preservative level is a little bit lower,
It's very
right?
low, and they're natural preservatives. So that's what you're looking for. So if you want to go into this genre, it doesn't have to be organic. It can be natural, or what we like to call clean, but it doesn't need to truly be organic to be the healthiest.
Does that mean, though, so if it says natural, organic, is it less likely to irritate or cause problems on your skin? It's not.
No, it's a misconception. You know, some of the worst allergies I see are to lipstick, and castor oil is the #1 allergen in lipstick, and it's natural, and it can be organic, but it is very, very allergenic. Peppermint oil, which is in a lot of oils that are organic or natural, cause allergic reactions. Tea tree oil, aloe vera oil, that's what we see allergies to as much as we do to formaldehyde and parabens.
Right.
So it's very interesting. So the key thing is do what makes you feel good about what you put on your skin, but also what you aren't sensitive to, and we'll get into that.
And so you're saying avoid these ingredients, formaldehyde, parabens, phthalates, ingredients listed as fragrance. Are these the actual names that would be listed on our ingredient? Or are we looking for more of the scientific
There's other names. What I tell people is don't necessarily avoid them, be aware of them. So if you've been told by your dermatologist, your allergist, you're paraben sensitive, avoid parabens. If you're concerned about phthalates being endocrine disruptors, which is kind of a controversial subject, avoid them. But I'll tell you, these are the most commonly recommended dermatologist products. CeraVe is what I recommend to more patients every day. It is made with parabens. Cetaphil is made with parabens. They're dermatologist tested, dermatologist proven, anti-comedogenic, prevent acne, but they have parabens. Aveeno does not contain parabens. So if you want to look out for parabens, read your labels. That's the key. Formaldehyde and formaldehyde releasers are safe. They're in a lot of products, but if you're sensitive to these things, you may see DMDM as an ingredient. You may see formaldehyde releasers, quaternium 15 is in some products. If you're sensitive to those ingredients, avoid products. So the easiest way to avoid all of those things you just saw listed is to buy things that'll say natural on them.
Okay.
Or vegan often, but that's tricky. We'll get into it. Some vegan products are animal-free, but they have synthetic chemicals in them.
I feel like these companies are trying to trick us, though.
It's not that. It's more responding to consumers. So consumers start to live a certain lifestyle. They want to be more natural. So then they come up with a natural products line. But natural doesn't always mean better. It just means natural. If you are against animal products, look for vegan products, right? They have no animal products in them, but Burt's Bees is made of beeswax. That's an animal product, so it's not vegan. So it's a little bit tricky. You have to think it through. But you know, Sephora did a great job. They started something called Sephora Clean on their website, and these products that they list are chemical-sensitive, chemical-free products for the most part. So they don't use the preservatives that are listed there. So if this is something that really resonates with you, buy those products.
And they have a green check mark next to them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Our fragrance, Maison Louis #4.
Yes,
exactly.
And there's also a little section in their store that shows you exactly what's on the website.
But what I want to say, and I want the public to be aware of, is that these products that are tried and true by huge companies that are tested and tested and tested on skin that is both normal skin barrier, broken skin barrier, eczema-prone skin barrier, a lot of them contain parabens and do well, but some patients can't tolerate those products. So just be aware of what you are sensitive to. You can get tested, which we'll talk about that, and then steer towards those products. But I think just buying something because it's vegan or just buying something because it's organic is not necessarily going to prevent you from having a reaction.
Okay, well, let's go to the center here, which is all about makeup. We kind of hit on this. You talked about lipstick allergy. I've had friends that have had rashes on their eyelids because of
Right.
what's in some eyeshadows that they tend to be allergic to.
Absolutely.
So these are all things that are in our product that we need to watch out
Right,
for.
so some pointers. If you do tend to have sensitive eyelids, glittery eyeshadows are more sensitizing. So wear matte eyeshadows. The thing that people tend to really react to with eye makeup is actually the eye makeup remover. And not the eye makeup itself. So mascara, we'll talk about in a moment, is tricky. But if a product contains water, it's going to have a shorter shelf life, essentially, okay? So water-based mascaras tend to be thrown out quicker because they're going to grow bacteria quicker. We need these preservatives, these parabens, these formaldehydes, these quaternium 15s to keep the bacteria from growing. And one thing to keep in mind, I tell patients, is you are much more likely to get a skin infection from a product not having a preservative than you are an allergic reaction from it having a very low percentage of a preservative.
And an infection is worse than an allergic reaction. Very quickly, before we go to break, how do you know once your mascara has started growing a bunch of bacteria in it? Like, when do you replace it?
If it smells, throw it out. So 3 months is the rule.
Yes.
But when in doubt, throw it out. So it'll get a little cakey. It'll start to smell. Usually products near the eye or products in little pots where you're putting your finger in a lot. 3 months is a good rule. Organic makeup, I'm glad you brought this up. A lot of stores will not carry purely organic makeup because it has no shelf life. They can't turn it over fast enough and sell it because after a month of it being open, you got to throw it away. There's not enough preservatives in it.
Okay, we're going to continue the conversation. Dr. Ingraham is going to stick around after the break. She's sharing more beauty basics, what to look for when buying makeup. We're going to continue this conversation and those safe practices. No more mascara for a year.
And we're back now with board-certified dermatologist Dr. Sherry Ingraham, joined now by her patient, Callie. Welcome.
Well, now it's time to talk beauty basics, and I'm just going to let you go because this is really all this information. We're talking basically product specific, right?
Right. So there's something for everyone. If you want mineral-based makeup, and mineral-based makeup is really cool because it's one of the best blockers of sun. So it's titanium and zinc and other micronized stone-based particles. Again, they're not organic because they don't contain carbon, but they're not really synthetic either. They're just natural. But these products, Color Science makes the best products that are mineral-based because minerals help prevent acne. They're anti-inflammatory. So it's great to use mineral, and they also have great coverage. Bare Minerals was one of the first brands to come out. These products by Bare Minerals and Color Science, paraben-free, you know, synthetic, you know, all those things we talked about, preservative-free. So if you're looking for something natural, not organic, chemical-free, but good coverage, great sunscreens, Supergoop, Color Science, Bare Minerals. I recommend these to patients all the time. There's travel kits now. This M61 travel kit, they promote themselves to be fragrance-free. They have a lot of chemical-free products that they promote. So these are great for men who travel. And then the hot new thing everywhere is vegan, right? You can eat your makeup because who wants to eat their makeup? I do not. But vegan is big. Milk is an Italian-based line. Sephora, again, has done a great job of promoting these on a clean site. And that's why I tell patients it's about clean beauty. It's not natural, organic, vegan. Look for clean products. So the key to a vegan product is it's not tested on animals. There's no animal products in it. This is actually what I bought for my children. It's Line Crime. It's a hot brand that's vegan for kids, kind of cute packaging. And then these milk products are big. And this other line called Bite is huge because they have lip products, really good lip pigments, because that was one of the issues before.
You're eating a tube of lipstick a year, right?
Exactly. But people would say, well, no, wait a minute. These natural products, you can't get the intensity and the color you want. Well,
and the staying power.
Now they've kind of perfected it. So these are excellent products that are available at common retailers like Sephora. So you can go vegan, but vegan doesn't mean chemical-free. So it's a little bit tricky.
I also think it's a little odd that it's a vegan product, but it's called milk.
Isn't that ironic? I mean, I never even... You're a genius. I never thought of that, Derek.
Either.
I'm just mildly confused.
It's the Italians. It's an Italian product.
But real quickly, when we're talking about the makeup, why that's important, it's not going to clog your pores.
Exactly. Non-comedogenic. Now, some things that are more natural are more comedogenic. Sometimes coconut oil and some of these can be comedogenic.
Does something have to be oil-free for it to be non-comedogenic?
No. There are excellent oil-based cleansers out there, and I like oil-based cleansers because they don't really need preservatives. So if you're sensitive to preservatives, you don't need preservatives because there's no water in there. Water is what makes something need a preservative because water grows bacteria. However, some of these great oils that I love have peppermint oil, lavender oil, and then you get contact dermatitis to it. So again, if you're concerned about a product and you're sensitive, put it on the inside of your arm twice a day for a week or two and see if you react. That's kind of a mini patch test. Naturally Serious is a brand that touts themselves to be very serious about having no chemicals in it. They make a great sunscreen, titanium and zinc only, but all their other additives, antioxidants, other ingredients in there, phthalate-free, paraben-free, all of these products are now readily available. And then if you are allergic or you think you're allergic or you've had a reaction, go to your dermatologist, go to your allergist, and get a patch test. These are tests that test for the common allergens that are in creams, that are in skincare products, that are even in some of the creams we prescribe. And so you can find out if you have a hair dye allergy, if you have a formaldehyde-releasing allergy, a quaternium-15 allergy, a lead allergy, by us doing this patch test on you.
That's cool. And it doesn't require pricking the skin or doing anything like that.
No, that's RAS testing. This is actually when we know someone's having a skin reaction to a product, you want to do this kind of testing. It's called patch testing. Most derms don't do them. Some derms specialize in them, but the allergists will all do them for the most part.
And you do them?
I do them. I do them. I'm a big believer in patch testing, and then oftentimes patients will get a list that will tell them what products to buy and not buy, and they're kind of surprised sometimes when you, because you know what? Parabens cross-react with paraphenyldiamine, which is in, paraphenyldiamine is what makes hair color, and henna make color, but it cross-reacts with parabens. So you can kind of find out these tricky little cross-reactions. Other things that are important are mascara. So this is the most common thing that I find people ask questions about. And so we're going to have a little demonstration here with Callie and mascara. Solvent-based mascaras have preservatives, right? So people who want natural say no preservatives. The problem is you have a very low shelf life on a natural water-based mascara. It's going to grow bacteria, staph, and Pseudomonas quicker, so you're going to have to throw it out more quickly. So I'm a fan of solvent-based mascaras. However, if you want a water-based mascara, Maybelline Great Lash is a water-based mascara. Clinique makes a water-based mascara. Lancome makes. So all these lines now make a water-based mascara. They're good if you have fake lashes. You can't have those chemicals on your lashes. So you need, for the adhesives, you need a water-based mascara. Also, most people's reaction to mascara is actually what they take it off with. So if you're using a harsh solvent to remove the mascara, these solvent-based mascaras and waterproof mascaras are hard to get off the skin. Then most allergic reactions, when people come in and say, I have eyelid dermatitis, stop all your eye makeup, it's actually what you're removing it with that matters.
Very interesting. We've got to also tackle what's in the makeup bag and clean what you have at home.
I love these Color Science brush wipes. So these actually do not have chemical preservatives in them. They have sodium citrate in them, other things, potassium sorbate are chemicals that you can look for in products that are natural preservatives. Those are less kind of irritant, allergic-based preservatives. You take your brush once a week. You can wash it with a little shampoo at home. I tell people, find a very clean, fragrance-free shampoo, wash your brushes once a week, let them dry flat, or take one of these wipes and you kind of take your brush and wipe it onto the wipe and clean it that way. But these things harbor bacteria, and your bags harbor bacteria. So clean out your bag once a week, clean your brush once a week, keep that bacteria at bay.
All right, Dr. Ingraham, thanks so much for stopping by, keeping us safe. We'll be right back.